In this video, I want to share two pieces of information with you. First, will Godzilla return to his normal form after Godzilla x Kong the New Empire? And another thing I want to discuss is, did only Godzilla's appearance change or did his personality change too? I have a lot of interesting stuff to share in this video, so don't miss a second and stick around until the end. Welcome back to Nerds Insights, your daily nerd news channel. Godzilla Evolved is currently being called a transformation, but there are some differences between transformation, evolution, and ability. Let me quickly explain. Transformation refers to a significant change or fundamental alteration in something. It can involve a change in shape, nature, structure, or state. Most of the time, transformation implies a substantial change leading to a new condition or reality. For example, the metamorphosis of a caterpillar into a butterfly is a transformation. Evolution, on the other hand, refers to a gradual process of development or change over time, often implying improvement or progressive adaptations. So the correct term would be to say that Godzilla will transform or evolve. In my opinion, it would be an evolution. Godzilla won't transform suddenly. It takes time. Over time, we see in the beginning of the movie that he'll be in his normal form and then evolve into Godzilla Evolved. But you notice that in evolution, there's a change, an adaptation. That's the crucial point I want to address. Will Godzilla be able to return to his original form? If you think about Pokemon, they evolve and cannot revert to their previous forms. For example, a Charizard can't revert to its Charmander form. It's permanent. It evolved, and if it's truly an evolution, Godzilla won't return to his original form. However, if it's an ability, Godzilla can return to his original version, because an ability is something you acquire or train to acquire. We know Godzilla doesn't train, so it's a power he gains. It's like thinking about burning Godzilla. That's an ability. He transformed into his nuclear form and then returned to normal. The ability was to transform into a nuclear bomb and then revert. It wasn't the ability to evolve into a nuclear bomb. He didn't stay a nuclear bomb. He transformed and then returned to normal once all that energy was released on Monster Zero. So if it's an evolution, Godzilla won't go back to his original form. If it's an ability, Godzilla returns to his original version. However, there's a significant caveat, a really big one. Evolution doesn't just change your body, abilities, strength, or power. It also changes your personality, mentality, and mental development. In other words, Godzilla will cease to be who he is. We see in snippets of the trailer that he seems out of control. His form is much more aggressive. There's not the calmness that Godzilla usually exudes. He's like a wild titan, so his physical form reflects his mental state, or vice versa. His mental state reflects his physical form. It's as if Godzilla is out of control. In Godzilla vs. Kong in 2021, Godzilla took a stroll before attacking Kong. In Godzilla x Kong the New Empire, he's running. He's leaner, more spiky, with a more threatening appearance. His face looks completely insane. Godzilla is intimidating. It seems like he's struggling to maintain control. So in the trailer, who knows if Kong is trying to restrain Godzilla instead of fighting alongside him? There are many uncertainties about what will happen. In my opinion, Godzilla will appear at the end of the movie and then give more spotlight to Kong. After that, he'll begin his evolution process. He'll be exposed to that pink radiation for a while and then emerge as Godzilla Pink or Godzilla Evolved. After all the events in Godzilla x Kong the New Empire, all the fights, the unfolding story, I think Godzilla will return to his original form. I think he'll exhaust himself, get very tired after everything that happens in the movie, and go back to his original form. That's what I think will happen. Now, if it were what I'd really like to see, it would be Godzilla appearing normally at the beginning of the movie, then giving the spotlight to Kong, later getting exposed to the radiation, and then, as he comes out of his magenta radiation exposure, becoming uncontrollable and starting to face all the kaijus he encounters. However, he would become more powerful over time, as if his body were adapting even more to the radiation he was exposed to. After fighting Scar King and Shirmu, he would become somewhat uncontrollable and end the movie with Godzilla completely insane, roaming free. Only Kong and Monarch would remain to stop him, and maybe Mothra too. This would set the stage for Godzilla 3, with Godzilla being out of control and people trying to bring the original Godzilla back. But that's just what I'd like to see on screen. What about you? What would you want to see? So I really want to hear your opinion on this. Do you think Godzilla will evolve, or will it be an ability? And I also want to know what you prefer. What would be the ideal scenario? Godzilla returning to normal or staying in his evolved form? And of course, subscribe to this channel if you enjoy the content I bring. Your subscription is what motivates us to keep working and bringing you information every day, especially in the Monsterverse. Drop a like as well just to add that extra bit of happiness here. My creator, I'll see you in the next video.